It is the Riot Podcast. Good Friday, October 14th. What a special day.
Known as Happy Birthday, Hudson.
Yeah, a round of applause. Why am I clapping for my own self?
You mean to give a little extra?
A little bit more.
Yeah, I started clapping with you guys.
It's like when you sing happy birthday to yourself. You just have to do it.
What, you do that?
Everybody does that.
Well, if you're at your own party and everybody's singing, you just...
Seems like
sing
you've
along?
Never been to a birthday party for yourself. Have you ever had a birthday party?
I don't sing along when people sing happy birthday to me.
What do? Just awkwardly stand there like this?
Yes, I think that's what most people do.
See, I sing along.
And then
To
you go,
yourself.
Happy birthday to me. That's exactly what you do.
I'll have to try
Do you
that.
have like your hands in your pockets? Like, I feel like this might be an awkward moment for you. Like, if we sang to you right now, what would you do?
I would sit here.
You wouldn't sing?
I would like make eye contact with both of
Well,
you.
then it just seems like you're just like accepting it, like it's some sort of punishment.
Like you deserve it, maybe?
That's what I feel when people sing to me.
So here's a question for lunchtime. We're going to Hudson's birthday lunch. Should we mention it's your birthday? Is there a singing dessert thing?
Oh.
What do we want
I
to do?
feel like this place might be a little too nice to do a singing dessert thing.
Well, do they?
They do it
Also,
at
they made us make reservations for like hardly any people.
This place seems like overly bougie without actually being it.
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
It's just a very weird combination. I've never been there before.
It has
but we'll
the
try it.
attitude of a fancy place when
Without
it's not
being
actually
fancy.
that fancy. Yeah.
So do you usually lean, like, if it's your birthday and you go out for your birthday dinner, are you telling the people? Like, do you want them to know?
No.
You
I
don't?
Well,
you
you
don't want the
normally
attention?
have to if you want the free dessert.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Which
what I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
but I don't really care about that.
But you say, well, okay, now it's not just about you.
Uh-huh.
So what you do is you say it so you have the dessert for the table.
Exactly. I was going to say.
But usually it's so small though.
It's still free.
I feel like, if you're not going to cash in on it,
Someone else should
I
reap
will.
in. Yeah.
Well, why don't we just tell them it's your birthday?
that's fine. I love the attention. We
no,
know that.
And why
What
don't we
if
just
they-
tell them it's our birthday every time we go?
What
They
do you
just give
think
away
I do
free
with
stuff.
TR every Saturday?
All you do is you just say, please don't sing, but it's their birthday. And so then you can see about a dessert.
Dang.
Ooh.
I should have chosen Texas Roadhouse just so that they could bring out
birthday
the saddle
saddle?
for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, they bring out
I'd
the
like
saddle.
to experience
There
that.
was this one birthday I had, this was years ago, where I went to this Mexican restaurant, and of course, like, I'm fine with them singing me happy birthday and stuff. And so my parents had told them it was my birthday, and so of course they come out like with the big sombrero, and they have this big, like, I don't even know how to describe it. This thing they swing around.
A lasso?
It's not even a lasso. It's just like, it's like this wooden thing that makes like this wow, wow, wow
yeah,
noise,
one of
right?
those things. I know
It's
what you're talking
huge.
about.
They come around the corner, and then they put the sombrero on who they thought was me at the time. It was actually my younger brother. And so they were like, they put it on Jaden. And then they were like, oh, no, like, it's the wrong person. They already did the whole thing, swinging it around. I was in the bathroom. And then, so at the time, they were like, oh, he's in the bathroom right now. When he comes back, you guys can come out, right? And so I'm in the bathroom, but just simultaneously, my older brother had came to the bathroom with me as well. And he walked back first.
No!
So then they walk out, right? I'm still in the bathroom. They walk out and start swinging that thing again. And they go to put the sombrero on. They're like, no. Wrong brother. There's one more. He's still in the bathroom. And so you had to think everybody at this Mexican restaurant is like, how many birthdays are in that corner? And then I finally come out of the bathroom, and then they swing that thing one more time, and then it was finally
And
It's
then
finished.
amazing they
you
kept
wonder
doing
why
it
they're
over
mad
and
at
over
you.
for you.
Like,
Yeah, I know.
They're mad at you and you just didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
It's your
Yeah.
brother's fault.
They
Yeah.
didn't quite have the same enthusiasm the third time
No, the
around.
third time around it doesn't quite hit the same when they had to sing to me in Spanish after
Aw.
the third time. But I
Let's
still
talk-
got the sombrero.
Let's talk about this real quick. You say when people sing you happy birthday, you sing along.
Yes.
But what do you do? Because it's awkward if you don't, you're saying. But what do you do at restaurants? Most of the time, they don't actually sing happy birthday. They sing like some made up version of happy birthday to our special guy. Like they make up some nonsense. And so you don't know the song. So do
Yeah.
you sit there awkwardly for that? Or what do you do?
See, for me, I usually,
pretend?
nowadays, I spend my birthdays at TR. I might as well be a rep for him at this point.
Yeah, seriously.
And you know what they do at TR? They give you the loudest, grandest yeehaw you've ever
That's
heard.
right.
And so I do chime in on the yeehaw.
Yeah.
That does sound like a beautiful birthday.
You participate more than I thought you would on the birthday stuff.
I do participate
He's
in the
not
birthday
too cool
stuff.
like me.
Well,
Yeah, Hudson's too cool for birthday stuff.
If you want to make sure to wish Hudson a happy birthday, if you head over to Radio U Official on Instagram, you can see his big birthday breakfast.
Yeah.
Big boy birthday
Are
breakfast.
we going to post my big birthday lunch too?
Oh, yeah, we should.
Oh, we're posting that.
We will. And then if you go over to Radio U Riot on our Facebook page, of course, make sure you follow us and say hi there and wish Hudson a happy birthday today. Also by texting at 877-2-RADIO-U.
Do we even need to say what's in the podcast?
I'll give a
or
quick
just-
rundown.
All
We're
right.
talking a little bit about Halloween candy, some Netflix stuff. We're talking about people throwing up in movie theaters and how men are better at hygiene than women.
Oh, all
Perfect.
right.
Soak that in.
Perfect.
Have a great weekend, guys. And a good birthday, Hudson.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you guys.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Check this out, Nikki. You earlier today, you're deciding whether you want to renew Disney Plus.
I finally got my email saying, hey, my Disney Plus 3-year deal is over.
Yeah.
So I have like a month to decide.
And I think you're leaning towards keeping it, but not upgrading to Hulu Plus and ESPN Plus as well.
Yeah, not doing that.
Even though that would be the wise thing to do. But wait, what if I told you this? What if I told you that starting next month, you could drop your Netflix subscription? I mean, you could just drop it, but you could also drop it down to the ad tier. Yeah, I don't want to say drop it down. You could improve your Netflix subscription by learning about new products while also saving money.
So Netflix is doing their basic with ads tier starting November 3rd. I guess I thought that was still a ways away.
Yeah.
But it'll be $6.99 in the United States, Australia, Brazil, more places. But not every place. And that'll be, again, $6.99.
That's a big
quite a
discount,
drop.
right?
I know. I'm just afraid. Okay. The one thing I don't like with any streaming services that have ads
Yeah.
is it's the same ads. It's so annoying.
Well, they know what they want you to buy, and they're really trying to drive that point home.
And sometimes they don't count their own promotional stuff as ads. So you
Yeah.
can get like Netflix promotion.
I hate that.
And
On
an ad.
HBO Max and Amazon Prime, I think both do that where you're watching something and it will start with an ad. It's not, not even ads because Amazon Prime
It's a
Video doesn't
promo.
have ads. And
Yeah.
it's like, here, watch this other thing. It's like, no, you advertise enough. Like, show me all the stuff on this thing. Just like, leave me alone. I just want to watch the thing. Anyways, but for Netflix, so here's the details on it. It says that if you are to get the basic with ads, you're going to get 4 to 5 minutes of ads per hour. That's not bad.
It's not, but they did say you're also not getting the full Netflix categories.
Okay.
So you don't get all Netflix programming if you do the cheaper one.
Well, Netflix has too much programming anyway.
Anyways,
So
I know, as long as
I'm
it's not the good
happy
stuff.
I don't need all of it. It says the ads will be between 15 and 30 seconds long each. So 4 to 5 minutes of ads per hour that's not bad compared to standard television.
Yeah, and if you're looking at YouTube has a lot more.
Yeah.
So they say that the small selection of TV shows and movies that will not be available with the basic with ads is basically due to too expensive of licensing restrictions.
Okay.
So they're still working on that, but basically that's going to help keep the price down.
That's odd. So that is probably stuff that's not Netflix original stuff, I would assume.
No, it could still
that
be.
you wouldn't have access
Sometimes
to?
they still have original stuff, but they're getting it from another country.
Yeah.
So it's just licensing stuff.
Oh, so yeah.
That can really add up.
All right. Well,
And basic with ad subscribers, you will not be able to download content onto your devices.
Oh, I never do
and
that.
your video quality is stopped at 720.
and I see that's a big deal for a lot
They
of people.
keep adding some negatives.
That's going to be a big deal. But you know what, though? For the amount of time I use, I don't know. Then again, like when you come out with a new season of Stranger Things, don't you want to watch that in the highest,
in the full glory.
in the most P's you can?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess there can be. But then again, though, is that going to be what's holds you up from saving like a ton of money?
Guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, a ton of money. It's like what, $60 a year or something like that. If you switch to this, that you would save versus a standard subscription. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
I know, you have to see.
I'm
It's
hemming-
almost worth trying to see how annoying the ads are.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of hemming and hawing for somebody who doesn't even pay for Netflix.
Who
so,
does? Your
yeah,
mom?
My brother.
Your brother pays for everything.
No, I have two brothers.
Oh, that's right. It's your other
and
brother.
one of them pays for everything.
Oh my gosh. So again, Netflix's ad tier thing will start on November 3rd, and they're pricing it at $6.99, but it does take away a lot of stuff most people had.
It is.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Ready to do this again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
We're ready to have another candy debate.
Oh, no, we don't want to have conflict on your birthday.
Well,
Yes, we do.
All right,
Yes, we do.
Actually, conflict is one of my favorite things.
Well,
so
get ready because we have opinions about candy and they
Yeah.
all don't match.
Now, we definitely have gone over earlier on in the Halloween season a map of what the most popular candies are for Halloween.
State
every
by
year.
state, yeah.
Uh-huh. And we had a big issue with that, didn't we?
Well, it seemed like a lot of states, it was more, I don't know, honestly, it was down to M&Ms. Like
Yeah.
they kept saying the number one candy for each state was plain M&Ms.
Uh-huh.
And we don't agree with
That's
that.
a bunch of nonsense,
That
right?
does
Bunch
not
of
seem
nonsense.
right.
Now, I have here the details from Instacart that calls into question and flies in the face of what that other candy website, whatever it was, candystore.com or something like that. Instacart's data on the top candies tells a different story.
It's
we'll
different?
say. They have not only the top 10 most popular candies nationwide that are sold on Instacart, they also have the top candy in each state, which is wildly different from whatever the other website was that shared their data.
Well, let's do the top 10 candy.
Yes.
You want to go down from 10?
Let's start at number 1, you mean?
No, like
count down. All right, let's count them
10.
down. Number 10, Milky Way.
Trash.
Too high? So you're saying too high?
Wait, shouldn't even be in the top
Shouldn't be in
10.
the top
Not even
10.
close.
Do you remember how disappointed you were when you were trick-or-treating and you got a Milky Way?
Milky Way. Those
No
weren't the ones you
way.
ate first. But I don't think they're the worst. So maybe top 10. Number 9, Starburst.
That's a good.
Solid.
Okay. Twix.
Solid.
Too low.
Too low?
Twix should be higher. Kit Kat, number 7.
I like Kit Kats. Twix should be
Yeah.
above Kit Kat, though.
Especially since you could break it apart and you felt like you got two things.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Number 6, Twizzlers.
Ass.
Little
Always
low,
a solid
little low.
choice. A solid choice. Number 5, Hershey's Milk Chocolate.
For the basic candy bars, at least the chocolate's good.
It
The
makes-
chocolate's good.
It makes sense for Halloween too. This is something I thought about, is that not necessarily when you're thinking about Halloween candy, it may not be the best candy like that. It's different because you're not going to give away the best candy. You want to
Sure.
keep that for yourself. Number 4, Snickers.
That's it.
Okay,
Solid.
that's a good
Number
spot
one.
for that one.
Number 1.
Number 3, M&M's.
Way too high.
Still too high.
Still too
Way
high.
too high.
But noteworthy that M&M's comes in behind number 2, peanut M&M's.
That should be the only M&Ms.
Well, what about peanut butter M&Ms?
Well, I mean, like, we just don't need regular M&Ms.
yeah.
I don't think either of them need to be on the list.
You don't think?
I don't think even
you
close.
don't
Don't
like
even like
peanut
peanut
M&Ms?
M&Ms?
No, they're just so like chalky. Like when you eat them, they don't like. It doesn't feel like you're eating a real chocolate. Like it feels
Would you rather
so
do
fake.
that or have regular M&Ms and mix actual peanuts in?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't
Maybe
think
that
I
would
like
be
either.
better. That's like,
I'm against
That's
all.
like half of a trail mix.
Well,
I'll tell you right now, I don't even want. I don't want either of them in my Halloween
that's
basket.
like the good parts of a trail mix.
Your Halloween basket.
yeah.
my Halloween, my little basket.
You mean your bucket?
my bucket, my
Basket
basket,
is
whatever
for
I
Easter.
carry around.
Now, number one on the list, you probably could guess if you've been listening closely, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yay.
Solid number one.
Of
Solid number one.
course.
That feels better, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that
the
does
number
feel
one
much
candy right
better.
there.
Now they have the top candy for each state, and it's basically a 50-50 split. And then there's one dumb state, actually 2 dumb states that are wrong. For the western half of the country, except for which one is that? Wyoming.
Yeah.
Except for Wyoming, it's peanut M&Ms.
Sure.
Okay?
Terrible.
That's good. It's
You think
better
it's
than the
terrible?
other.
Yes,
Come on.
what?
It's not so bad.
Comp these two. And what states would you want to live if
Yeah.
you knew what you were getting?
In what state would you want to trick or treat?
Yeah, exactly.
On the eastern half of the country, Reese's peanut butter cups.
They aren't even
it is.
close.
There
If I
it
handed
is.
you a Reese's peanut butter cup versus peanut M&Ms, like you would be sick. If I gave each of you something and one of you got peanut M&Ms and the other one's got Reese cups,
You'd be mad.
You'd be upset with me.
But can I
that's a
tell
good
you,
point.
heaven help you if you got a peanut allergy because you can't handle
That's
this whole
right.
entire
Yes.
holiday.
Not a great holiday for you. Now, listen to this, though. There's 2 other states that are wrong, and that is Hawaii and New Hampshire,
Yeah.
where M&M's is the top.
Well, smaller
candy.
states, smaller candy, so
Top-
it's fine.
States
Smaller
filled
states,
with,
smaller
with
candy.
fools. States filled with fools is what they are. I also, this is interesting too. They have the different like debates over candies. For example, how does each state sell more Dum Dum lollipops or Charms Blow Pops? For example, Ohio much more into blow pops.
Is that the one with like the gum inside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
it
like
is.
those. Those are
Versus
better.
Dum Dums. All the states, like it's about a 50-50 split, and all the ones I consider the ones with Dum Dums, those are the cheap states. Like
The cheap
they don't want to
states.
spend up a little bit to get the blow pops. They also have like Red Vines versus Twizzlers, where
Twizzlers run away with
rightfully
it.
so Twizzlers is the more popular choice in almost every state.
I just enjoy that with candy. We can annoy every state that we don't agree with.
Yeah.
And this is a bad one. Whoppers versus Milk Duds. Why is Milk Duds so much more popular?
Because they're
sure.
so much better.
Oh my gosh, you're out of your
It's
mind.
not even close.
Milk Duds aren't
I don't even
good.
want Whoppers.
If you had 2 hands in front of me and you said one hand has Whoppers, one has Milk Duds, get like whichever hand you take, and I get Milk Duds,
You're mad?
I'm gonna throw them back at you.
I would do the exact same thing with the Whoppers. There's no way I'm eating those.
Well, then
like they
it's a
were
good
like the
thing.
worst thing you could possibly
Are you
hand
kidding?
me.
I love
I'm not
Whoppers.
joking. If I saw that in my basket, it's
it's
over.
not a
A
basket.
bucket, whatever you want to call it.
I think he was taking a laundry basket like he's going to Aldi.
Like, where
And you
are
know what?
getting your
When I
candy
was
at?
growing up, we couldn't afford buckets. We had to go with the baskets.
Oh, wicker
my
basket or
gosh. I
something.
keep thinking like that is Easter.
We had to
Easter is a
reuse the
basket.
same ones, all right? Easter and Halloween, we only got one basket.
Well, listen, if that's true, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Your family
didn't
also
even
gave
use-
out Dum Dum lollipops.
Yeah, I had Dum Dums and Whoppers. That's
You
what
guys
I got for Halloween.
Didn't even have like your pillowcase. You
We-
just use that.
It was no pillowcases, no pillows.
Well, I think what I'm hearing is we should go trick or treating together and we should share
My
'cause-
basket.
Yeah, because a lot of things.
You can fit so
we're
much in that
opposite on. It's
basket.
perfect.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
You might have thought, Nikki, I think a lot of us Americans do. There's that COVID is behind us.
Well, a lot of times I think most people go about their days not necessarily remembering it as much.
Yeah, in large part, life has gone back to the way it was before COVID, at least as much as it possibly could. But what I guess I feel is that most people don't consider the possibility of, but what if it comes back? And we may have here a warning sign that COVID is coming back. Check this out. This is something that it goes back to Thanksgiving 2020 when somebody tweeted out that they had noted a lot of negative reviews complaining about Yankee candles
Yeah.
all around the same time. And an influx of bad reviews for Yankee candles saying they don't smell enough. And then it was like, oh, could that be a sign of COVID?
Oh, because of people losing their smell.
Yeah, because people lost their smell,
Oh,
right?
Interesting.
And some research was done by a guy, I believe his name is Nicholas Beauchamp, where he actually does a lot of stuff where he looks at how Google search data and stuff like that, like stuff you see online, if what that can tell you about
Yeah.
different things. So he looked into it, and he found that actually, especially if you can like drill down the regions to where the reviews seem to be focused from, there is something to the idea that negative reviews for Yankee candles, people complaining they have no smell, probably means that there's a COVID outbreak happening,
that is really weird.
which is why it's concerning that
are they seeing
negative
more?
reviews for Yankee candles in the United States are going back up.
Well, unless the problem also is that people like to jump on things.
Yeah.
So it could be you just have a surge in not COVID, but just like negative reviews.
Now that it's a trend.
Or it could be, everybody jumps on a trend. Or Yankee Candle could have saw an opportunity to be like, well, I guess we don't need to make them smell. Like we could totally get money out of this.
Now that would be brilliant. If you're Yankee Candle and you're like, hey, everybody's losing their smell from COVID anyways, might as well not make the candles as stinky.
And then they throw at you like, well, are you sick or something?
Yeah, right.
And
You probably
maybe
have COVID.
It's your fault.
You
Or
should
you
get
don't
yourself checked out.
You don't want to speak up.
Can you please remove your review, because I don't think we did anything wrong. I think it's you. You probably have COVID.
So they're saying that reviews are back up to being more negative?
Yeah, they are. Like, this is just on October 1st. The smell of Mountain Lodge candle, too subtle. Not like any other Yankee Candle I've burned in the past 35 years. Doesn't even fill one small room.
So it also could be maybe if we've had COVID, it could be your sense of smell is just not as sharp as it used to be.
Okay.
Because for some of it, it's that the smell is just not strong as you remember.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of, I don't know if you're just playing devil's advocate, Nikki, or if you're just trying to make some excuses of why we shouldn't be worried that
about
COVID
it?
could be rearing its head. I have heard some people say that, with winter, people going back inside, we might see another COVID surge. How bad will it be? I don't know. We'll have to look to the Yankee Candles to tell us.
We had the cold surge here, so that's
it could be
something
that too. Our noses were very stuffed.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
Terrifier 2.
What is that?
Have you seen this?
I don't think I've even seen an ad for it.
You haven't seen an ad for this?
No.
I don't think it's a very, it's
Is it
not like
independent?
it's not a big budget movie. It's not with a major studio or anything. However, what budget they did have, they used wisely, you could say. I don't know, because there are reports of Terrifier 2, people that have gone to see it in theaters, that it is literally making people pass out and vomit.
Oh, that's exciting.
Vomit?
Yeah,
Like, it's
sometimes
too
both,
gory.
I would think.
How's
Yeah,
that even possible?
It is so
too
gory,
gross.
so disgusting of a movie that people are actually fainting, passing out. Somebody said puking hard and loud.
Oh, jeez.
In the theater. Due to this movie.
So they say it's a clown-based slasher.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture of the clown. It is
Creepy.
frightening. Yeah, it is. It is scary.
But you also can't tell with independent movies. Sometimes some guys I have the best, marketing promotional plan. Let's say people are fainting.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Like saying that it's so bad, you just wonder if it's true.
Yeah, that is what I was going to ask if you actually believe this, because we don't actually have video of people vomiting as they watch this horrible thing. I do believe that it's horrible. I will give it that.
And you can throw up because something is so badly made.
Yeah,
Like that's possible too.
Now it does call into question too, and you see that they are handing out barf bags at screenings, branded barf bags for the movie.
This is a PR stunt for sure.
Yeah.
So you
Doesn't
don't
it
think
feel
people
like
are actually
it?
vomiting though?
I think it's too much prep work. This is definitely a PR stunt.
But
I
don't you
believe it.
But I will
believe a
say
movie
the
could be that
vomiting
horrible?
bags look like they could also do popcorn as well.
Does look like that. They do look like they could be popcorn bags.
They could be just fine for that.
I don't know. If it is, it's true. I don't know if that's great marketing or not, because do people really want to go see a horror movie that makes them vomit? Like, how many people want that?
I feel
don't
like
know.
if your horror movie isn't like one of the big ones, like if it's not gonna be one of the name ones, then like you have to get people to get there somehow, because no one's gonna go see a horror movie that's like really not that big, like just to be scared. But if it's doing weird stuff like this, maybe they'll attract the right crowd.
Yeah, that niche audience will come out in droves to see Terrifier 2. Some people are saying, though, they're like, I've seen the reports, and then I've seen the movie, and I get it, is what
you get
people
how
are
bad
saying.
it is.
Yeah, they understand the vomiting situation. I don't know.
Vomiting, I don't get that. Like if I went to a movie with you
I can imagine it.
and you were sitting next to me and I brought you and you vomited, like I wouldn't even know how to react. Like, do we go home? Is the
But
movie over?
can
Like,
you-
do we continue? Do
You
we go
get
on
a
from there?
Sprite and some crackers.
And then
You
we just
go
play
get
it
some
off.
of that.
Like if you go on a movie date with a girl and she throws up
Yeah, I
next
don't
to
think
you,
this would be a good date
you're not
movie.
getting a kiss. Like I'm
Definitely
gonna
not a
tell you that
first
right
date.
now.
Guys, it's not like this is a bad airplane flight. It's the movie. You just leave.
Actually, that does sound horrible. Like, some people will go the old idea of, you take a girl to a horror movie,
So she
and then she
snuggles
gets scared. And
closer?
That was
snuggles
Hudson's
close.
go-to.
So you go to the movies, you're like, oh, Terrifier 2. That's that's a horror movie. And then you
Come
get in
close,
there.
baby girl.
Yeah, and then you're vomiting on each other.
Well,
What a beautiful end to the night.
it could also be nice. So if you start throwing up so early in the relationship, that means you'll stick around.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
It could be a good
You
thing.
get over that bridge early, and then
Yeah.
you don't have to cross it later on.
That's a lot of boundaries being just put right aside right early on.
I still feel like it feels like a marketing plan when they have the throw up bags already printed and made.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I'm not seeing it.
One of us
Neither.
has to see it.
You already said you're the scary movie guy. That's your thing.
I guess I did say that, but I hate throwing up.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Don't
Yeah.
throw up.
I cannot-
Don't do it.
Keep it
Just
in.
don't do it.
Yeah. All right.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
Now, Isaiah, you have here on our sheet, you have where it says, women are better at hygiene except these areas.
Yeah.
You're throwing out some accusations here.
I am.
What does this actually mean? What do you
So
mean by that?
when I see this this study or whatever, obviously
Oh, I
there's
thought it was just you, like saying,
No.
okay, there's a study.
Well,
No.
it-
He has
it
some
is-
science to back it
It
up.
is a little bit. But when you see these studies here, oftentimes it talks about how like women are cleaner than men, whatever,
Yeah.
yada, yada, yada. And there's some instances inside of this study where like obviously like men ended up being like more hygienically clean than women did, right? And I think that this is, I think it's very accurate. I think we're not even giving men enough credit for their hygiene.
do you
Okay, so
mean?
they say with this it includes like washing hands, your body, brushing your teeth, applying deodorant. So you think guys do better at that than women?
See, I don't think the guys do better at a lot of things than women, but I think that there are a couple that men
Out
are
of
better
this
at.
list?
Yeah, and out of this
So
list,
wait,
one of them
generally
being
women are better, and we're going to pick out a few things that we should feel good about.
precisely. We
All
got to
right.
make ourselves feel good.
Let's see.
But the one that I think is the most important, and this, I'm not even looking at this survey whatsoever, not sure what the statistics even say, but in my own personal life, I would tell you right now that I think men do a better job of taking care of their skin.
Oh, really?
Because women have like
What?
their whole skincare routine, right?
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't
they're
understand.
they have such soft skin.
Yeah, like every night before they go to bed, they're like oiling the face. They're doing all this
Yeah.
different stuff. They're like, you don't understand. Like, it takes me 30 minutes before I go to bed
Oh,
to
and
do
you're saying
this.
like a guy doesn't do all that and it's still nice.
Precisely.
Well, you know why?
Why is that?
They say a lot of times because you guys shave your face.
Really?
Yeah, it exfoliates your skin, and so it's better for it.
But you know
That
what
makes
else too?
sense.
You know what
Yeah.
else too? Women wear all this makeup,
Makeup.
for some
True.
reason.
And it breaks your face out.
Yeah, it clogs up all the pores.
So you still
Yeah.
stand by that?
I still stand by it, yes.
So what, we have better-
Because I think we have better skin as a whole. Because like the women in my life versus the men in my life, usually the guys that I know do nothing to their face, but they have really like clear skin. Where the women do a bunch of stuff and their skin's not always as clear.
What about the rest of the body though? Like the hands, the legs.
I can't
I bet you
can't
we
talk
have
about any
such
other
soft
area.
skin under our hairy legs.
Behind the knee,
Yeah.
one of the softest areas of my entire body. Inside of my elbow, you wouldn't
Oh,
believe,
no.
like a baby's bottom.
So do you
Oh,
have
no.
anything else you want to compliment us men on?
Outside of that, that's all I've got.
That's your one thing.
That's the
Yeah, two
one thing.
things.
Except for that, women are better at hygiene.
I would say they're better across the board in almost every other area.
I'm trying to think of
Yeah,
where
can
I
you think of one?
Well, I think hair. I think guys have better hair.
I think we might. I don't know.
because we do less to it. Women are always changing the color and stuff. It's not
So it's
good
harder
for
on
her.
it.
Yeah,
So
right.
basically what you're saying is because we have to paint ourselves up and do
Yes.
more things.
Have to?
That for guys to be happier, that it makes it worse on us. Is that
Yeah,
it?
We're
I
not
think
telling
that
you to
is
do
accurate.
that. Is that it?
That is accurate.
I think
yes.
you should be more like us. And just let your hair, just let it be.
They say that sometimes a woman can be considered to have better hygiene because of this word called a routine. So they say because sometimes we're a little bit better at routines, that maybe that's a little bit easier.
I think sometimes maybe you have a routine. The routine is caused by your other routine. You do all this stuff to yourself to make yourself look pretty, and then you have to do all this stuff to yourself to make sure that your skin and your hair and everything doesn't fade away because of all the other chemicals you're
Our
putting
beauty
on.
fades away.
I wish you guys could see the air quotes that Hudson is tossing around willy-nilly. You should see you saying pretty with the air quotes, all this wild stuff. You guys can't see the hand signals
I will
he's
tell
doing.
you,
Because
going
as if
through
that's
all
where
this,
the beauty comes from.
Going through all this list, if you're used to seeing someone, during the week, you should see some of us on the weekends. There is no routine.
Yeah.
So those are
and
the
isn't
2
that when
days
you
off.
feel the best?
That's when you feel the most
Exactly.
It's
comfortable.
wild because for me, it's the opposite. When I'm like during my weekdays, this is when I look the worst. You guys should see me on the weekends. when I'm out and about seeing people, that's when I really like take it up a notch. Whereas during the weekdays, I try to avoid everybody.
Yeah, but
Oh,
doing all that
nice.
stuff to make yourself look good on the weekends is destroying
Well,
your
he doesn't
skin.
want to shine too much here at work and make other people feel bad.
Yeah, I would
So you
hate to
tone
come
it
in here.
down.
I get a haircut like on a Wednesday or Thursday, so it'll be ready for the weekends. On Fridays, I trim my beard and whatnot, and so that's why I come in here looking so rough.
Well, it's whatever your routine is. We all.
Is it working?
Yeah.
You didn't want to
You
say
think
it,
so?
did you?
It looks good, doesn't it?
You guys are both doing a bang up job.
Thanks for bringing this study to us.
Yeah.
You like that? I thought it was pretty good.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.